Welcome back to another video. This is part one of a three-part series. This time, we're traveling to Germany. We're visiting Lily, who's been there all summer on an internship. The day after we arrive, though, we jump on a train and we head to Amsterdam. We're celebrating Lily's 21st birthday. Come along. Good morning. It's Friday morning and it's Lily's birthday. Happy birthday, Lily.
Thanks.
We're on our way to the train. We're catching a train going to Amsterdam this morning. So it is now 7:16 a.m. Here we go. We're walking to the train station in the town of Bad Godesberg. Bad Godesberg is a suburb of Bonn, and that's where Lily has been living for the past 7 weeks. She's been a guest of our very dear friends, Alex and Jill, and their two beautiful girls. Well, Alex and Jill really were only there for the first 3 weeks, then they went home to South Florida for the remainder of the summer. Now we're entering into the underground station in Bad Godesberg. This is one of two stations. The other one is a quarter mile away. It's above ground. The two train stations are serviced by different trains. However, they typically end up at the same place further down the line. And that would be Bonn, which is only 2 miles down the line. So this morning, we're starting our journey here on a local train, which will take us to Bonn, where we will connect with a regional train that takes us to Cologne. From Cologne, we will catch the high-speed train that will bring us all the way to Amsterdam. But here's a good look at the underground station in Bad Godesberg, where we begin our journey. This is the southbound local train. We're waiting for the northbound train, which should be just a few more minutes. Okay, we're at another train station in Bonn. We're connecting to where I'm not sure. Okay, we're now in Cologne and we're looking for the high-speed train to take us directly to Amsterdam. One of the many life skills Lily has mastered over this summer of growth is the ability to move around using public transportation. Luckily for us, Lily is with us on this trip because taking these trains with different connections is not easy. In fact, when Carla and I arrived in Frankfurt, we struggled to get to Bonn. We went to the train sales ticket office and bought a ticket, and what we didn't realize is that a transfer was needed. Well, needless to say, Lily was there to help us all the way. We had about 20 minutes before our next train, so we decided to step outside and take a look at the Cologne Cathedral, which is literally right outside of the train station. It is absolutely magnificent. Along the Rhine River, the Cologne Cathedral is a masterpiece of Gothic architecture. It took over 6 centuries to complete and survived the devastations of World War II. This UNESCO World Heritage Site remains a modern symbol of resilience, artistry, and faith. Here we are on the train, and there's Lily. Hi, Lily. Lily has work to do. It's Friday, so she's still working. Okay, so we're in Amsterdam, and we're gonna cross over. Well, we can't do it here. It's too dangerous. here's tour boats. But there used to be a parking garage, a bike parking garage right there where I'm pointing now. And it's gone. There were thousands of bikes in there. Lily, what do you think, sweetheart?
It's so beautiful here.
Isn't it great?
Love it, yeah.
There they are. It was about a 20-minute walk from the train station to our Airbnb located in the 9th Street district. Once we arrived, we unpacked, settled in just for a few minutes, and then took off again. We explored, had some lunch. This was before our tour of the Picasso Museum. In Amsterdam, like most cities, during peak time, there can be congestion. Well, in Amsterdam, there are roughly 900,000 people, and it's estimated that there's 1 bicycle per person. What's unique here is that the culture dictates bicycles have the right-of-way at the intersection, not cars or people. Bicycles outnumber cars 4 to 1. After lunch, we found our way to the area where the Van Gogh Museum was located. It was a very early wake-up call for me, and I was still struggling with the jet lag, so I decided to excuse myself from the museum. We made it back to the Airbnb where Carla had her required nap, and then we took off for dinner to a fine restaurant called Jan's at the Pulitzer Hotel. The staff had a birthday card waiting for Lily, and we had a terrific dinner celebrating Lily's 21st birthday. The evening ended with a nice walk back where we were preparing for tomorrow, which was going to be a big day. Saturday morning in Amsterdam, we're going to take a walking tour, and Max is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias too.
Buenos dias.
Goedemorgen. We zijn in Amsterdam.
So here we are, because we have a nice little, here we are in the canal, in the bridge, and the whole situation. It's nice and calm. It's 9 a.m. and we're gonna walk. The first stop on our tour was the Amsterdam Flower Market, built out on barges into the canal.
They look like onion, Carla? You know, during the war, you know, during the war, many Dutch people, they start eating these because...
Oh, wow.
No, because when you have a war, you have a food crisis, huh?
Right. They would eat them like apples?
They eat like onion. No, they bake it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Will you stand in these right here? This is the
Like, can you just take a picture?
yeah, it's an obligation. Every tourist is to do this by law. No, you have to. Otherwise, you don't leave the country.
That's nice one. We built a canal that protect ourselves from outside there.
Right.
So this door was the entrance to the medieval Amsterdam.
Okay.
Medieval Amsterdam. Speaking of, here we go.
So look, Carla, when you are there, then this is Middle Age Amsterdam.
Right.
This is more younger. This is more for the 17th century. Yes, I know.
Okay.
The boats, and they start selling flowers here. No, right now this is more permanent. But just go back in time, you know, in the 19th century came here people, they come with a boat and they start selling flowers. And that's why we call it the floating market of Amsterdam.
That's beautiful.
So the boat with the bikes.
Yes.
It's just
It's a parking bike.
Do you pay to park there?
No, that's a public one.
Okay.
Because we have in Amsterdam more bikes than people, you know?
Yeah, I do know.
We have in Amsterdam 900,000 people, and the government say that we have 2 bikes per people,
2 bikes.
but I have 3. So I will think that I think we have around 2.5 bikes.
At least,
2.5
right?
million bikes in Amsterdam.
Max, what's the deal with this car right here?
Look, this car, they have the status of a bike, you know. For example, you can park it anywhere in Amsterdam, or anywhere where you can park a bike too.
Yeah, look at let me show you where this thing is parked. It's parked right here on the side of the street.
Inside the street.
Because you can park a bike here, you can park this particular car, and it only goes 45?
Yes, maximum.
Maximum.
And you have to go in the bike spots, drive.
It drives in the bike lanes only. You can't drive it on the street. You can't
Absolutely not.
So
It's a major problem.
Yeah.
many of these buildings, these used to be houses, but because it's turned into a commercial district, and there's only one entrance to each of these buildings, the second, third, and fourth floors will stay empty because you just can't have it. And also, in the Netherlands, you must have a doctor and a school within
3 kilometer distance.
3 kilometers, and there isn't a school here within 3 kilometers. But also, it's just the functionality of accessing a residence through someone's store. It doesn't make sense. So a lot of these stores, a lot of these upper floors just sit vacant, and it only adds to the housing problem.
Yes.
You know, we have a very healthy welfare system in Holland.
yeah.
We have a very good medical care.
Yeah.
We have a lot of social houses, no?
Yeah.
But all of this didn't start 20 years ago. No,
Yeah.
all of this started 500 years ago. No?
Okay.
So the wealthy people in the 15th and the 16th century, what they did, they built courtyards. No, for minorities,
Yeah.
people who have low incomes or people who need to be protected. No.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we will enter right now one of these courtyards. In Dutch, this is called hofjes.
Hofjes.
We have hundreds of hofjes
Okay.
around the Netherlands, across the Netherlands, no? And they are a sort of social houses.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is how our welfare system started. No, our welfare system didn't start 20 years ago, 50 years ago. No, this started 500 years ago. So we will enter this courtyard right now. It's a private residential area.
What is this?
This is a bar. This is a barber shop.
Barbershop.
Copper.
So what is like their tax rate here?
Minimum 30%.
Minimum 30.
But it can go up to 70%.
Oh wow. Okay.
So if you rent a house for 3,000 euros, you will have to pay a lot of taxes. If you're the landlord, no, and you rent it to me for 3,000 euros, you will pay. Yes, you will pay a lot of.
We walked past the guard and entered into the social community. We spoke in hushed tones. Built in the 14th century, this is a Catholic community with the church tucked inside of the courtyard. At that time, Catholics were forced to worship in secrecy. This community is still owned by the Catholic Church, and since the 1990s, it has been a home for women older than 30 who wish to live in private and at a significantly reduced rental rate. Today, this community is a popular tourist destination. It offers tranquility in the middle of the bustling city. It has historic homes, and one of those homes is the oldest wood-framed structure in Amsterdam. Next, we went to the Jewish cultural corridor of Amsterdam, where we saw the memorial plaques of those who were killed in the concentration camps of World War II.
So look, for example, here it's translated that here live Isaac Stopper. He was a Jewish, he was born in 1899, arrested on August 1943, and then deported also in 1943 at Westerbork. Westerbork was a detention camp in the Netherlands, and then from there he was deported to Auschwitz, where he was killed the 31st of March of 1944.
This is just one example of an entire family that was killed in the Holocaust. There's 2 parents and 4 children. And once people were taken away, the homes were left to decay, and eventually they were torn down. And post-war, new buildings were built, and this is probably from the 70s. In fact, look around and you'll see other modern buildings in this area. Very few original buildings exist in the Jewish area.
This is the Jewish Entrance Museum, indeed. So if you enter here, you will discover the Jewish history of Jewish in Amsterdam. And here we have the synagogue. And here at the back side, we have there a Jewish monument too.
That's a lot. Well, good way to honor them.
This is also a couple. Struch,
These are
Bertha
memorials
and Leopold.
To the Jewish
Almost
family
same
that
date of
lived
birth, so this was a couple.
here in this building,
A couple and a son.
which is now a modern building. What is this we have here?
This is a Jewish memorial, show respect for the Jewish who were killed and living in this area before the Second World War. So we call it the National Holocaust Monument. And you have here
The names.
the names of the 80,000 Jews who were deported.
So at the end of our tour of the Jewish cultural area, that ended part 1 of our tour. Part 2 was on the water, so it was time for us to start making our way towards the train station where we would catch the boat.
This orange boat is our boat.
Okay.
So we have there the boat at 12 o'clock. It is right now 11:28, so we must find here in the backside here is a McDonald's. We made it there and we go to a McDonald's.
Ultimately, we decided not to go to McDonald's, but rather to a cafe for a coffee and wait for our boat. This is the animation of our boat tour around Amsterdam, starting in the Amstel River. So we're on the boat tour. We're about to start the boat tour. We picked it up at the Central Station. Yep. Over here. Yep. Bridge.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Jason. Our boat tour ended shortly after passing by the Airbnb. We thanked Max for sharing insight to his country, his culture, his history, and then we went on our way. This is a great example here of how dangerous these roads are with these bicycles. They will whiz past, and you just have to be super observant. We knew that there was a gluten-free pancake shop in our neighborhood, so we decided to try it for lunch today. It was warm outside, and you guessed it, no air conditioning inside the restaurant. Where are we?
We are at the Pancakes Amsterdam.
Yeah, why are we here?
Have gluten-free stuff.
After filling ourselves with designer pancakes, we headed back to the Airbnb for a break. We had a big night planned. So this would be a good time to share the tour of the Airbnb. It started with, you have to climb up some extremely steep stairs. In fact, there's a warning in the description of the Airbnb online that says if you have heavy luggage, this may not be the place for you, essentially. But once you get up to the top, there's a restroom right there in that door. But here's the main living room, and it looks out onto the canal, and there's the bridge, and you'll see that view again and again, right? It has a small kitchenette, but it's really not a kitchenette. There's a washing machine, there's a microwave, a coffee maker, but there is no sink by law. Not allowed to have sinks, but in the closet there is like a mop sink you can use to wash things if you'd like. So you go upstairs to the next floor, which is the top floor. And look at this, the building next door is literally like a foot away. But we go out. Goes to the storage area. Here's the storage area, which we never went into. They just keep supplies up there. This is the master bedroom. Looks out to the street and to the canal. And look at that, there's a tour boat going past. I loved watching those tour boats go past. From here, we would walk into the what we call Jack and Jill bathroom. Our host called it a Jay and Jane bathroom. It worked. It was simple, right? And this is Lily's room with these windows that opened up slightly, and the building next door is just a foot away, right? It's a 2-bedroom. Ventilation situation. Back to here. There's Madam. So if you're wondering why you're seeing so many pride flags around Amsterdam, it's because the European Pride Festival is being held in Amsterdam, and it's a 2-week festival, and it starts today. But right now, we're eating dinner at this Thai restaurant in this pedestrian street, and we have a special guest for dinner. And there's our guest, the kitty. After dinner, we had about a 15-minute walk to Boom Chicago. That's a world-famous English language improv theater that started in 1993. The careers of many famous American comedic actors were launched on that very stage. That night, we were going to see the first showing of an improv show called Sweet Home Amsterdam. It's about the tight housing market in Amsterdam. We enjoyed the show. It was very clever. It's Sunday morning. We checked out of the Airbnb. We said goodbye to the Airbnb manager. Her name is Anna. She lives in the basement. And she was very nice to us. In fact, she found out it was Lily's birthday, and she went out and bought some of those plastic tulips Lily could bring home with her. We really enjoyed her hospitality. If you recall, when we first arrived in Amsterdam, I pointed out the missing bike garage. There was something like over 10,000 bikes there, and it was quite an eyesore. Someone decided to do something about it. They built another garage, but they put it underground. It's underwater. So now we're on this flat escalator, and it's going to take us to the storage area. Okay, so now we are underwater. We're underwater. Going into the garage. Okay, now that we're in the garage, you can see on the right, there's a row of rental bikes, but beyond that, it's filled with bicycles. They're stacked too high, and the rows go back maybe 20 or 25 deep. This is just amazing. I've never seen anything like it. I was so fascinated by it. All right, so we're back in the Amsterdam Central Station. And fortunately, Lily is with us. She is navigating this process. We're going back to Bonn. Lily has to go to work in the morning. This really is a massive train station. I've never seen anything like it. This is the high-speed train that will take us from Amsterdam to Cologne, and then again from Cologne we'll take the regional train to Bonn. From Bonn we'll take the local train to Bad Godesberg, and this is where we are now. So I want to thank you for watching our video of the trip to Amsterdam celebrating Lily's 21st birthday. We had a great time. Stick around. There will be another video coming up soon. Be part 2 of part 3. Thanks for watching.